A movie that I'm super excited about, guys, not only because it's a continuation or not a direct sequel, but something that I think a lot of us who watched the very first Space Jam are really excited for Space Jam 2 for a number of reasons. The number one thing for me, guys, is that there's been a huge debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and that debate will probably go on until, who knows, the end of LeBron's career and then continue afterwards, if you really think about it, depending on what LeBron does the remainder of his career. And this is just another way in which this comparison is going to just continue going on as Space Jam 2 is going to be released in 2021, at least for the time being. And I want to talk about everything that we know so far about this movie. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article that was written by Harrison Fagan, Sabrina Merchant, and Christian Rivas from Silver Screen and Roll, the follow-up to the 1996 film Space Jam, which starred Michael Jordan, is due out in theaters in July of 2021. It will center around the heir to Jordan's throne as NBA royalty, Lakers star LeBron James, and is tentatively being listed as Space Jam 2, even if it isn't confirmed that will be the actual title of the film. And honestly, guys, I'd be kind of surprised if it was called Space Jam 2, just because it sounds like LeBron doesn't want this to be a direct sequel, so maybe it'll be called like Space Jam The Next Generation or something like that. Like, it may not be called Space Jam 2. James and Spring Hill Entertainment CEO Maverick Carter have emphasized in interviews that their vision will not be a sequel, but while the exact title isn't known for certain as of the original publishing date, we do know a few things about the cast and crew for the film. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler will serve as a producer on the movie. Something James told The Hollywood Reporter was in part due to how Coogler gave this generation's kids something I didn't have when I was a kid, and that's a superhero movie with an African-American cast. Coogler will not direct the film, his first since Black Panther. That task will fall to Scary Movie 5 director Malcolm Lee, which I think is an interesting choice for a director. It would have been awesome to see Ryan Coogler do the directing of this, but even having him as a producer is absolutely awesome. Now, what I will say, guys, is Malcolm Lee, he might have, doing Scary Movie 5, obviously, it might be the perfect fit, actually, when you really think about it, but I personally would have liked to see Coogler as the director, but maybe it was a schedule conflict there. In addition to serving as another of the film's producers, James will star as himself, while Senequa Martin Green will play his wife, Savannah James, according to IMDb. Actor and longtime James body double, Sheldon Bailey, will serve as LeBron James's basketball double for the movie, while Don Cheadle is playing as an as-yet undisclosed role. Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes are also loosely attached to appear with Mulan director and revered Disney animator Tony Bancroft helping bring them to life. So the original Space Jam is remembered fondly for its NBA star cameos, and this movie will be no different as James has recruited an assortment of the biggest names in the NBA and WNBA to appear. A list that includes Lakers teammate Anthony Davis, as well as Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Diana Taurasi. So at the end of the day, guys, this seems like a pretty awesome movie. I mean, like, we don't obviously know really the ins and outs, haven't seen a trailer or anything along those lines, but from what we do know and what we can kind of grasp from this, guys, is that this isn't going to be a direct sequel, which I don't think it should be. I think that this is going to be a great, this will obviously build upon the legacy of Space Jam. It'll build upon the legacies of not only LeBron, but also Michael Jordan as to what he started, that being the very first Space Jam back in 1996. Now, guys, the comparisons between LeBron and Michael Jordan will continue forever. And for most of you out there know, I'm a massive LeBron fan. I love LeBron. I think he's done just great things on and off the floor, which I believe makes him better than Michael Jordan as far as like the greatest ever. Because I look at the totality of everything of what someone did on the basketball court, but also outside of the basketball court. And I think LeBron has done an incredible job with his own communities, like in Akron, even in LA now, what he did in Miami. So all in all, everyone's got their opinion about who they think is the greatest and such. And This is going to, I don't think that this in particular is going to draw more comparison. I think what it will do, though, is people are going to compare Space Jam to Space Jam 2 as to which one is better, and then that's just going to lead us to many more debates outside of all of that. And this is, like I said, a never-ending debate, it feels like. I think that the only way that this would be a debate that, or no longer a debate, is if LeBron won 6 championships. That would pretty much seal the deal, because then him and Jordan would be tied with championships, but LeBron would have, you know, so many more points, so many more assists, so many more rebounds, and all of these other things. So I think, and I don't know if LeBron will ever get to 6 championships. It'd be amazing if he did, but I don't know if he's going to be able to because of his age and all of that. Now, if he wins a couple more, I mean, guys, there'll always be a debate here. And this is no different. There will be a debate between which movie was better, and everyone who loved Michael Jordan will probably say, you know, Space Jam and the 1996 film, and then the people who love LeBron will say Space Jam 2. And as a movie lover, you know, I'm going to go into this thing with a totally unbiased, or try to go into it with an unbiased opinion. I'm going to try to look at which movie was just better, what was funnier, what was just a better movie overall. I do think that Space Jam 2, the one thing that it's going to have over, of course, the original Space Jam is probably better, you know, things graphically when you're talking about the Looney Tunes and such, probably a little bit better graphics. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. I personally think LeBron is a better actor than Michael Jordan, because LeBron has played in, you know, some other movies. I mean, Trainwreck, and, you know, he's done his own shows and things of that nature. So I think LeBron will probably do a little bit of a better acting job, but that doesn't mean that the movie overall is going to be better than the original Space Jam. It's a lot of times hard to top the original in any type of franchise, whether we're talking movies or video games. So it'll be interesting to say the least, guys, and I'm really excited about it. We know a decent amount, but we know a very little still, because we haven't even seen a trailer and such yet. I'll be sure to keep you guys all up to speed as further information comes out. And what are you guys excited for regarding the second Space Jam? Are you guys excited to see all the comparisons once again between LeBron and Michael Jordan? Or are you guys just excited to see a fun-filled continuation of this series? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And for more Space Jam 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.